Hello and welcome to the Bike Century. My name's Ben and today I'm going to be showing you around this KTM Duke 790, and I think this is possibly one of the most fun sports nakeds on the road. Obviously mental styling, as you can see, typical of KTM. This particular one's a 2019 registered bike on a 68 plate. These make just over 100 brake horsepower depending on which website you look at, but one of the things that isn't typical of KTM with this bike is that it uses a parallel twin. And you'll hear when I start it up that it doesn't sound like a parallel twin, it doesn't behave like one, and it isn't buzzy like a lot of parallel twins. So whatever KTM have done with this engine, they've done a great job. It's a great fun bike to ride, incredibly awesome to look at, and this particular one is in fantastic condition. So starting at the front then, as always, we've got a 17-inch front wheel, massive 310mm discs, and 4-pot KTM radially mounted brakes on upside down forks, lightweight looking wheel, and this is paired with Bridgestone S22s, which are a fantastic sport road tyre. As a pan up, you can see the bodywork is finished in traditional KTM colours, so the orange, and then it's backed up with like a satin finish grey and black panels. Lots of sticker kits available for these that sort of funk them right up. But this one is in standard original condition, and cosmetically it's in fantastic condition, I have to say. Credit to the previous owner, it's been well loved and looked after. It's got the upgraded Samco hoses. It's also got the RNG crash protectors on the side here. One thing worth mentioning about this bike while we're sort of sat in the middle, it's had an enormous amount of suspension upgrades fitted to it from KTM. So KTM fork internals, a new rear shock and remote adjuster. So this bike can be raised or lowered to suit your height or your stance, and there's lots of adjustment in the suspension, and I have to say it does really shape up the handling on this bike, which wasn't too shabby anyway, I have to say. So there's a couple of grand's worth of suspension in this bike as well. At the back you can see we've got this really nice SC Projects titanium exhaust. Sounds lovely, it's not obnoxious. Your neighbours are not going to come down and complain when you go to a bike meet on a Sunday. It just releases a little bit more sound from that engine, which you'll hear shortly. At the back end, it's got a tail tidy, as you can see. I think that's from Evotech. I think the bike could probably benefit from a seat cowl, or maybe losing that pillion grab rail, but obviously if you do take a pillion, it's not something you'd want to remove. A lot of these bikes get fitted with aftermarket handguards. I think it suits the supermoto style of the bike. This bike has been left alone, as I've said. It's got the original mirrors and stuff like that, so that may be something you want to consider in the future. You can see that it's got the original levers have got some adjustment on them on both the clutch and the brake, which is an unusual thing. It's quite a nice thing to have as well. This massive headlight on the front, it's a bit like Bumblebee, I think, from Transformers. But it looks very, very cool. And again, on this side, it's very much the same. It's a twin disc, obviously an ABS bike as well, as is the law, as you know, since 2012 or 13, I believe. Again, Samco hoses and RNGs on this side. You can see the shock a little bit better here. So the remote adjuster is just here, so that gives you much easier access to the preload. And the rear shock that's in there is a very, very good quality item. I've used KTM on my own race bikes and track bikes, and they're very, very good. The bike stance at the moment is slightly lower than standard, so it might suit someone who's slightly shorter, but obviously can be returned to the standard height, which is about 20mm higher. The chain and sprockets look like brand new. The tyres are in great condition. Obviously all of this stuff gets checked before the bike leaves us anyway, and if we find that anything needs doing, it'll absolutely be done prior to delivery or collection. Comes with 2 keys, all the original owner's manual, service history, receipts for all the suspension work as well. You're not going to find a better spec one than this out there, I wouldn't have thought, for the price. Obviously you've got all of your auxiliary controls on the left hand side to control the display of the dash. There's some heated grip controls just here, and then you've got a charger just here as well. So nice TFT dash on this, or limited to 2 or 3 colorways. You've got a gear position indicator here. Your rev counter will go across the top. You can see your engine modes here, your fuel and your temperatures, speed, and then obviously you've got your trips, your temperatures, all that kind of stuff, your range across the bottom. Let's give her a start up for you. So as I said, it doesn't sound like a parallel twin at all, quite the opposite. It actually sounds like a V-twin, but you get the best of both worlds. You get a nice smooth throttle delivery, a little bit of engine braking, quite a lot of torque, and quite a revvy motor, which is, I have to say, it's maybe better than a V-twin of the same sort of size. So this bike will come with a 3-month warranty. It will come with free UK delivery. We offer finance and part exchange as well. So if those are things that you're interested in, or you've got any general questions about the bike, please feel free to reach out. We've got WhatsApp, live chat, all the social medias. You can phone us up and ask any questions that you've got, or pop into the showroom and try the bike on for size. That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Take care.